Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trend of the day, Thursday night slash Friday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. We're spread out all over the globe here, but our biggest concern is Bitcoin dipping below 100,000 again. Not happy about that. Let's go to the charts. Okay, we're on Bitcoin. I usually have the day chart up, but this is the hour. So yeah, the big drop occurred a few hours ago from 102 down to 98, just under, yeah, down to 98. Then worked its way back up to 99 since then. So that's a little hope. A couple of green candles here on the hourly chart. So, um, yeah, I wanted to go to this statement here by Kyle Chassis, my favorite Bitcoin cheerleader. He says Bitcoin feels heavy. ETFs saw 450 million flow out. Fear on the fear and greed index is at 15, which is really low. And long-term holders are rotating, new participants are exiting. Looks ugly, but these patterns show up near cycle bottoms. The market is quietly resetting for the next stage, I guess. But on the plus side, those of us who like dips and retraces, this is good time to enter. So keep that in mind. And Ethereum on the day chart down to 3220, but at least staying above 3,000. So that's pretty good. And then we were talking before the recording. Frank mentioned that this may be caused by concern that Fed Chairman Jerome Powell will not reduce interest rates, because he's only now the government finally reopened and they have not updated all the financial, economic data yet. So he may not be able to have sufficient information to cut rates, and cut rates are kind of built in to some degree in the market. At least it was earlier. So that could be what's going on, a little speculation, but maybe it's just one of those dips that happens in a bull market. Or are we still in a bull market? All right. Any other comments or questions before we see what we can do to find some trades? All right. Well, let's start with crypto bubbles.
It's on a Substack called.
And okay, I got some background noise. Can you please mute
What
yourselves?
the argument is, it's like
I'm gonna have to do that.
help support illegal immigration, ID, streamline. Here's
Okay, stop. Thanks. All right, crypto bubbles, very red day. Only a few green bubbles here. I was looking at quant earlier. This is something I traded earlier this year. Is a swing trade, had some success with it. I'm currently on my day trade layout. So I'm in the 15-minute chart. We'll go to the swing trade layout shortly. But on the day trade, it's above the 80 on the RTI, relative trend index. So quick review, 15-minute charts, what I use for my day trading. Supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo for support and resistance, red zone for resistance, green zone support, and relative trend index, RTI, used for alerts and entries. And we can see back on Wednesday, we had a dip down below the 20, which is where I like to enter long positions. And then it really took off after it broke back above. So it broke back above right about here, and then made this move here, 13%. Another dip, then this wick shot up here, 19%. Dropped down, another wick shot up to 19%. And then currently we're up about 16%. So this has made a nice recovery from this dip below the 20. If you want to catch the next one, You can set an alert on the RTI, right click, add an alert. And if you want to do what I just described, the dip below the 20, select crossing up 20 once per bar close, leave it on all day until you turn it off. If you have the open-ended alert message, I usually use the information sources. So crypto bubbles, notifications, notify an app on my smartphone, show toast notification, should be a pop-up on my laptop, play a sound also on my laptop. You go 3 notes reverb for day trades with on this layout, click create, and there it is. Now I like to trade both directions, so I may try to catch quant in a short. If it goes down, dips below the 80, you can do that on Blowfin, that exchange. As far as I can tell, Americans are not excluded from that one. So if you want a link to it, email me, I'll send it to you, or you can just jump on yourself. So I'm going to redo this alert. Yeah, here we go. Edit. Instead of crossing up, I'm going to choose entering a channel. So 80 on top, 20 on the bottom, and everything else is the same. Then I've got this rectangle here on the RTI. So when it dips below the 80, I'll get an alert. And I can look at it and see if I want to go short on quant. I'll look at Bitcoin, see how it's doing, and market overall. But quant kind of does its own thing, doesn't always seem to care what the market's doing. So that's the day trade option. Swing trade, I'm going to go over to the hour chart. This layout's a little different. Using SuperTrend for entries and alerts, it's very alert friendly. Then Trendilo LSMA, this moving average for confirmation. So at the moment, the indicators are on board. We've got a buy signal on the SuperTrend and the Trendilo trending up, though we currently have a red candle on this hour. But we're right at resistance. So that's not where I want to enter along. I ideally this buy down here would have been a good entry, you know, earlier in the month, 10%, then dipped, then shot up 17% in 16 days. That's pretty good. But we're too late for that. So you could just set another alert on the super trend, or let's go to the 4-hour chart, the longer time frame, and see if we have a better retrace, and we don't. It's about the same retrace potential. $100 has been where this one's been trading most of the year. 8-hour chart. Now on this one, the indicators are on board. You got a buy signal from SuperTrend, Trendilo LSMA pointing up, green candles on the chart. And if you got in now and went to the red zone here, 14% in 37 days, it's not that good. I like to make 1% a day on my swing trades. So I'm not really seeing a good swing trade here. If it breaks above the red zone again, that could be good. But again, there's been resistance for this at $100 most of the year. So I'm not liking this as a swing, but it's got potential as a day trade if it reverses. All right, Frank's asking about Arrow. Let's go ahead and look at that while I'm thinking about it. Trade this one a couple times this year too on swing trades. All right, so on Coinbase, And all right, this one is Frank tends to find these ones that have dipped below the 20 and are coming back. So, but this one has languished below 20 for a couple days. So, I don't know about this one. But if it does break back to prior resistance, if you got in now, not financial advice, but here's some resistance at 9.3%. That's a really good day trade. And then up here to the red zone, 27% in about a day and a half. That's a great trade. That's a great trade of any length. So I like that. So maybe I want to check that one out, guys. And on the swing trade setup layout, the indicators are not on our side. So you might want to just set an alert. I might do this. Yeah, I think this is the one I'm going to take. Alert on SuperTrend. Choose the buy option once. Frank's suggestion. And I'll go with three notes reverb. No, I'm gonna go with handbell. Different alert sound for a different layout. Okay. And then my goal will be to probably give a buy signal right around here, and then to the red zone 25% in maybe a day or two. So that would be really good. So yeah, thanks for this one, Frank. This is a really good setup on both day trade and swing trade. All right, so let's go back to all right, Robin's asking for pump. All right, let's look at that one. I was trading this one yesterday, day before maybe. Okay, also on Coinbase. And we're just a little late for this one. It's broken above the 20 on the RTI and almost to the 50. You could get in now because there's plenty of retrace room. I mean, there's this resistance here at about 6%, and then up to the red zone at 16% in about a day and a half. So that's a really good looking chart right there for a retrace and or for a dip and retrace. You could just set another alert on the RTI, wait for it to dip again, which it may or may not do. But if you like this one, this might be a time to get in. On the swing trade, yeah, indicators are not with us yet. About 4 hours. Probably stay on the 1 hour and catch the next buy signal. Alert on SuperTrend, select the buy. Good to go on that. And then your exit. This resistance here, 16%. Red zone, 18 and a half. Top of the red zone, 25. Yeah, these are pretty gaudy numbers in a short period of time on both pump and arrow. So another good one from the crowd. Appreciate it. All right. Well, let's go back to crypto bubbles. And what is AB? Hmm. This one's up a bit. ABUSD, I'm cracking. It's hanging at the 80 right now. It made a big move earlier in the week. Yeah, 49% in less than a day. Wow. So that's a big move. Dips below the 80, which it's right at the 80. I don't know if there's a way to short this or not, but let's look at this again. It's a perpetual contract on this week's exchange. I don't know this one. So I don't really see a way to short it. Um, so best option is probably to catch the next dip below the 20, set your alert accordingly. On the swing trade option, we're in the buy signal on the super trend, but we just got a red color here on the Trendilo LSMA, and the candles are trending down. If this goes back to green, 7% in a day and a little over a day, not that great, about 4 hour. We seem to be top of the zone or of the range on all of these. So yeah, I don't like any of these swing trades. So yeah, it's pumping, but we kind of missed it. So I like some of the other ones much better that I showed you before this one. So I'm going to bail out of crypto bubbles and let's look at crypto community sentiment on CoinMarketCap. And Quant, H bar, XRP. So this community is liking some of these coins here. You know, they may or may not be worth trusting, but these are the coins that are possibly most likely to come back after this dip. Polkadot, huh? Oh, that's really down there, 285. Dash was pumping earlier. We looked at Arrow and Quant, H bar. Let's look at that one. Maybe XRP too. Okay, H bar is right at the 20 on the RTI, just below. So I think we can set this alert and go both directions, entering a channel to exiting a channel. Enter. There we go. So when this breaks back up, I will be in a position to catch this move. And 8% to that resistance, 10% to the red zone. So I like this setup a lot. Not financial advice, but you could even get it now just with a small entry and hold some funds back for an additional purchase, a ladder buy if necessary. Or you can use stop losses, up to you. Let's see, let's look at this as a swing. And yeah, you might want to set an alert on this if you're more of a swing trader. Indicators are against us now, but we're right at the green zone, right at support for the hour chart. So we probably get a positive signal right about here. 7% there, 10% there, almost 16% to the red zone. Yeah, it looks good. So this looks good as both a day and a swing trade because of the dip. So I like it. I kind of like H bar anyway. It's one I like to trade. All right. And Frank wants to look at SUI. I was stuck in SUI for about a week and a half, had to make 4 additional purchases, but I finally got out of it earlier this week. Uh, and yeah, it looks a lot like the one we just looked at. Dip below the 20 on the RTI. But we had a bit of a fake out last time it did that. Broke below the 20 here, went up a little bit. Like right about here. And then, you'd still be in that direct trade probably. But if the market bounces back nicely, if you got in now, you got resistance here just below the red zone, 9%. That's a really good day trade. So that could be a good one as a swing. Yeah, very similar to the last one we saw. But we don't have, we don't have any of the indicators on our side yet. But should that happen, probably right on here somewhere. And you got, a move to 10 to 11% in 3 days. That's a really good swing trade. Nice short one. So yeah, I like SUI. Looks good. Okay. Well, you guys participated so much that I have to cut a little short today. I have a personal matter to tend to. So, but I've got a couple more minutes if there's anything else you guys want to talk about or any other coins you want to check out. All right. Well, I guess this one is short and sweet and hard to beat. Thank you for those of you who attended live. I appreciate you. And if you're watching on the recording, I'd rather see you live, but check out the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help fund the channel. And I should be back on Monday night/Tuesday morning. You have a good weekend, good trading weekend. We will see you then. Bye.